Hi everybody, welcome to Simply Scuba. In today's product overview, I'm going to be taking a closer look at the VOITED outdoor poncho. So the first thing is I don't have one with me. They're all in the warehouse, unfortunately. As soon as we can work out a system where I can physically get one and show you, we're going to do a separate video on that, a proper full sort of overview so I can show you around the product. But for now, I'm just going to sort of describe them and how sort of beneficial they are. So the first thing is this is basically an extra layer, a big baggy poncho, fairly sleeveless. They do have like capped sleeves, I think is the official term, but it's more of just a poncho that you can throw over yourself as an extra insulating layer, but also so that you can get changed underneath. The first thing is that these are water resistant, so if it's kind of drizzling after your dive, it means it's going to protect you to a certain degree whilst adding that extra sort of thermal base sort of layer over the top of it. So this is for after the dive, you get out, you're still in your wetsuit, just throw it on over your wetsuit, and that's going to help you sort of warm up outside of the water, because as soon as that wind starts ripping through you, you're going to get cold fairly quickly. So this will protect you. It's got that hood that goes over the top of your head. Very important to keep your head sort of as dry, as warm as possible. The internal lining of this is more like a towel, and that actually has sort of it can store 8 times as much as a traditional towel. So very effective at drying you off after the dive, which is most important to keeping yourself warm. But also because it's pretty big, when you're ready to get out of your wetsuit and get changed into some dry clothing, you can do it all inside of this poncho. So you just sort of get your arms inside of it, you can unzip yourself, get yourself out of the wetsuit, and then dry yourself off completely, and then get into some dry clothing without having to find somewhere quiet and secrete, so that you're not flashing all of the neighbors. But yeah, it is a great way of just maintaining your body heat so that it's not radiating and just sort of losing everything whilst trying to get sort of dry. You can all do it inside of this poncho virtually anywhere. It's also quite practical, so even if you're sort of in a dry suit, or you're going to be wearing your wetsuit between dives during the surface interval, you've got the big Joey pouch on the front, which is zippered, so you can keep stuff to hand. So it's quite practical, and it's very environmentally friendly as well. So it uses something called Teflon Eco Elite, which is a very clever sort of external material, which is plant-based, is renewably sourced, so it's not affecting the planet in any way, but it's still protecting you from sort of water, and it acts as as Teflon to help prevent the water from actually soaking into the material. It actually keeps you sort of drier for longer, and the actual material that this is on is called Ripstop Reprieve, which is very strong, very resilient, and yeah, Ripstop. It's 20 denier, so it's fairly light, so you can still move around. It's not particularly heavy, but it is that sort of Ripstop material to prevent it from ripping. So all in all, yeah, it's great for especially cold water diving. It's probably a bit too insulated for like hot weather. If you're taking it down to the Philippines or something, then yeah, it's probably a bit much. But yeah, as that extra layer, that as soon as you get out of the water, throw this on, it's going to maintain your body temperature. You can get changed out of your cold, wet wetsuit into some nice dry clothes on the inside. It's insulated. You've got that toweling on the inside to dry you off, and then if you're sort of using this, you can actually fold it down into a pillow and use it as a makeshift pillow if you want for your service interval. So anyway, VOITED, definitely worth checking out. There's going to be more information on our website, simplyscuba.com. There's going to be a link down in the description below. Thank you for watching, and safe diving.